Oh, there's my face. What's up? It's your boy, Raid Shadow Legends. Coming at you. Remember, like and subscribe in the comments, and you can click the link and get a bunch of deals. Thanks for tuning in. Right, I'm out. Remember to like and subscribe. I drew for 1 year. Full of mystery and magic. Not very naturally talented. I've drawn nothing until yeah, I don't know. I don't have a date. I don't have a date. It was Christmas of 2020. No, it's that's fucking 2022. But this is what 1 year of novice to 1 would look like. I am a 1-year-old. This is nothing. This is all D&D stuff. I am also a dungeon master. Right, this is perfect. Perfect. Fucking stick figures. Exactly. This is where we start. Et voila. This is what it looks like when I first started drawing. It was stick man, little stuff. I can't remember what happened here. It says join or die, which I don't think is true. Run or die, because he was an ice mage, goblin man.
Oh,
and
on the
like,
mountain. This is when everyone was with me.
Oh, is it? This is my drawings. Pretty shit so far. And more stuff. This is a sacrifice. I don't even know if you can. I don't even know if this is readable. This is a sacrificial sacrifice. That's not right.
What did you say?
Sacrificial offering of one of the NPCs. Anyway, moving on. Drawing. Sword. Terrible stuff. This was a corridor. More stick figures. Okay, progress. This is a doppelganger. This is what it looks like, by the way. Spoilers. Short campaign, like four sessions or something for some pippies. The party had to deal with doppelgangers turning into them. Spooky stuff. And this guy. More. I like this mage. This guy without a sword. Little archer man. Couldn't do feet. Could not do feet. Couldn't do bodies. I can't really do much of anything at this point. This is a guy with a horn. I don't remember drawing this. But this took me ages. Like, I spent quite a long time on each of them. Like a few hours, I think. Atrocious. He looks happy, but it's not very good. I like this guy. He's got a big glove. It's just not very good. That's not bad. But anyway. There you go. It's good. No, it doesn't get good yet. Really big feet. Tiny arms. No neck. But then it gets a bit bananas. Bada bing, bada bang. Something good came out of my hand. But this, even today, this looks really good. But this was a lot of work. Like this, like I spent ages on it, and I stole the pose from the wonderful Hank Fernale at Runehammer. He released his book ICRPG, and this is kind of his art style. Same with these guys. I also saw you'll see a lot of Hank Fernale in here because his art basically got me started. He just kind of drew and said it was fun. Draw something you like drawing, and I like playing D&D and swords and shields, helmets and hammers. So I basically just drew that for ages. 29th to the 12th, 20. Right. Okay, so it's not even 2021 yet. So I drew for a year was a fucking lie. But I spent ages on it. Like, I spent a day. I would draw the pose, spend ages, which I think I now know is rendering, adding details and adding these things to it. And just spent ages. Everything's outlined. There is no eyes. There's no nose. Spoilers, that's what I look like. Drew this. And it's me messing with poses. But the same thing, I think I copied something or someone for this pose. I didn't understand depth either because I don't think I'd see his hand. But no, this looks like a massive jump, and it is a massive jump. But to be honest, if you have a picture to copy and you are careful with like how you do your lines, you can draw quite a lot of good stuff. Anyway, moving on. More stuff. This is just a rock climber and lots of circles to show chainmail, and it makes it look really busy. I don't mind this one, but again, this one was hankering Fernale. He was doing a drawing lesson. It was draw with him. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So moving on. More. The time went down for drawing, but the proportions got funky. I like this man. Trying to figure out cloth at this point and kind of just practicing things. Just like at this point, I was like, oh god, it's a skill. You just need to practice it a bunch, just like anything else, like going for a run or Doing a fucking backflip. This guy looks pretty good. Moving on. Dead guy, weird arm. Broken sword. No reference. Look at me go. They look like balls. More practicing legs. Darkest Dungeon, that video game. And this is me, more of me practicing my poses. More stuff. I'm a negative.
Yeah.
Good news, team. Do not have the COVID. This one, again, copied from a pose, Oh my guys, Ranger, blah blah blah. This guy, just kind of cool. Robot leg, robot arm. Kind of weird stuff going on. So now we're in 2021. I spent all day on these. That took a day, like 8 hours of drawing. More practicing of the poses. This was much quicker. I think that's pretty good though, I'm quite proud of it. I don't know how well it's reading, but I think it looks good. This is me trying to figure out stuff again. This is the wizard zapping at night. This is me, I guess this was the circle stick man, kind of trying to turn him into an actual man. Anyway, moving on. More practicing. Alright, this is how, I think this is where perspective was kind of in the picture, but I didn't understand it at all. I don't get it at all. I drew a knee. More people punching, because I wanted to do people punching each other. Turns out people punching each other is very difficult. This is supposed to be a cobalt, but I'm not very good at drawing from my imagination at this point. If you're starting a sketchbook, date it. You will thank yourself. I think I drew this really fast. And I like it. I don't think it has any shoulders though. I like these guys. Don't like these. And I also realized that you can cover up a lot of nonsense with capes. This is another quest with a mad priest that had enslaved a town or something like that. It was like, oh my god, we're dealing with doppelgangers, and also we're dealing with a mad priest wizard cult. But faces, not good. It's like I was starting something, got some thick thighs. This is where stuff kind of starts to look pretty cool. This looks good, but I stole it from Hank. This looks cool, but I also stole it from Hank. I think this is from my own head, but it wouldn't surprise me if I stole it from Hank. This sword I do think I made up. The sword of the blind warrior. Close thy eye. Stab with the sword, enemies will be more than injured. This is a tiny old genie in a bottle. So you get one pretty okay wish if you save him. I'll give you one wish. These were the invincibles. You just can't kill them. They'll knock you out and throw you back at the beginning of the dungeon, and you just got to kind of work your way through at the bottom and jump at the arse end of it. Because they were trying to get this book. Because this book reveals the doppelgangers or something. Anyway. Some stuff. A pigeon. A squirrel. This is me just drawing little things with Hank again. I was just drawing along with him. And it's just little things. It's like that's the thing you do that with in the Wild Wild West. I'm the Wild West boy. Cabin. This was a river of death or something. A light, like a gun guitar case. Hag cauldron or something. Jail. That's pretty good. This is when we were watching The Martian. The Martian. No, that's not right. Is it called The Martian?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a little guy on his shoulder. This is Nick. I quite like this. I thought Sea Space Cowboy was a clever homage. A date. 5th of the 4th, 2021. I tried more of them, and I don't know what the fuck that is. More pitchfork people. But I kept trying this whole spaceman idea, and I didn't like it. Couldn't hide behind cloth. It's shit and good. Draw things more than once, I think is the lesson here. I think I was going to draw something huge here. Or far away big, but I don't know how to do that. But again, hide it with cloak. Hide it with cloaks. This is where I started penning. Using pens. This guy's not bad. Weird cowboy. I was trying to copy this pose. I saw a very hard pose though. That looks alright. A bit stiff. There you go. And a lot of them are stiff. He's not very good. I didn't like him at all. More of the same. I like this guy. More of the same. More of the same. He looks okay. He looks alright. Can't draw boats. He looks alright. Lots of scratches. Lots of me messing things up and kind of trying to get things right. I don't understand this pose. It looks kind of like a dance move.
Yeah.
Space, doesn't it? Space dancing. More inking. This looks okay, but it's stiff as fuck. Then I was practicing the leg. The all complicated leg. I quite this pose. I quite like this pose. This is disgusting. These look alright. These are the wee dwarfs. I think this took me like 3 days to draw these dwarfs. Stole from Hank. Don't know if I stole from Hank. Probably stole from Hank. I think that's my granddad. This is the first woman I draw. was very exciting. Oh no, she was a character in the game with the crazy priest and the doppelgangers. She ended up decapitating one of the players because he was an absolute FUD. This was supposed to be the priest, but I forgot what he looked like. So I drew him with fire hands. And they were in an orphanage and they were throwing fireballs, and these kind of retarded looking things were making their way in, trying to kill children. Because they baddies. Man with hair, man with bow. This post came out fantastic. Didn't do shit with it, but turned out fantastic. This man was in the park. I like this thing. This thing looks creepy. This is from Project Zomboid. This is the cover. Man in the military. No, not 2000. Fucking hell. 1940. No, 1914, 18? Something like that. A mole goblin that could bury underground and pop out. But this man has keys and he can like teleport to each portal. I kind of based him off the more like the invincible thing, which was back here somewhere. Was it Manta Forge? And I gave him the Black Manta thing from Aquaman. Tiny little toxic goblin. Wonderful dragon. Don't know how I did it. Don't care. Man in knight in a hood. Pretty okay. Pretty okay. Trying something gave up. More stuff. A Scotsman. Hey, the Highlands. This is my thoughts and feelings, and you're not allowed to see my journal. Practicing faces. This is the first time I did like a scene. Another scene. You hear Vikings coming, and then he's gonna stab him, but you will not be able to tell because I can't. I did this while sitting in the hospital, waiting to see the doctor. More faces practice. This is shading stuff that was fucking confusing. This is a guy that I was maybe finishing, blocking fire with a shield, which is impossible if it was real fire. This is a quest. It's going to be going into space at a big coffin, the coffin crew. More practicing of the faces. I like this, guys. This kind of guy. This is one of the guys from the setting of the game. It's Viking Death Squad. Once again, Hankrin Fernail. Who's this again? Arthur Fleck from Joaquin Phoenix. I like this pose. I like this guy. I like this pose. Try to draw someone made him look like a witch. This guy looked kind of sad. And this stuff, which is when shading. I figured out shading. So I thought I'll shade everything. 30th of the 1st, 2020. So right, okay, it's been a year. I drew absolute nonsense for a year, and then eventually something popped out that I think has some artistic value in it. Look, he's sad. He's looking at his helmet. His sword's there. He's on a stool. And this is a drawing. It took me like 45 minutes, half an hour, instead of 8. You might not improve, but you'll get faster. Drawing off a bunch of faces, trying to figure that stuff out. Trying to do the shading lessons from Proco. This is a physio. This little face right here is fantastic in isolation. This is weird Dragon Ball Z bodies. This guy looks alright. More shading though. This guy looks quite good. This guy's like fuck off. I tried drawing a bear and a space marine. This was when I practiced drawing muscles, shading the muscles, and I think it turned out really well. There's a lot more specific practice. Like I'm trying to practice. Oh no! Alright, technical difficulties solved. Instead of just like I'm trying to draw, I'm now trying to draw abs, or I'm trying to draw a little man's face. This is some Gaelic. I think I drew this in the Gaelic lesson, and then I drew a Roman. They did the eyes like I think it was The Simpsons where they do the eyes are fucking skewed. Yeah. Oh, more technical difficulties. This is some lady in a coffee shop. This is some old man in a coffee shop. Instead of shading everything, this guy, like I shaded everything. But actually, now I'm thinking about it. With that, anyway, the shading here and here, I think was a little more subdued. And then I'm trying to kind of figure out the form of the arm and all that nonsense. I hear artists say these words, so I'm copying them. That's my da. That's the physio. I like this thing, kind of like a walking tank. And then I couldn't think of a purpose for it, so I put a minigun on it. This looks like Mike Wazowski. Evil him with ears and sword. And then we got a fuck you Dementor, which wasn't very good. And then we're at the end. 4th of the 2nd, 2022. I like it. He's not got a forehead, but fuck off. I don't care. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the entire year of sketchbooking. And that's the kind of from 0. I was gonna say hero, but to 1. Oh, this took me like an hour, less than an hour. Whereas this took me 8. So you could spend a lot of time on stuff and kind of detail it into goodness. Yeah, you go. It's just me. It's a sketchbook. Apparently, artists don't like showing sketchbooks, which is very confusing to me. What? You laughing at? Fuck up my video?
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, apparently they don't show them. I don't mind. So, because I think it's nice to see from a beginner's point of view anyway. Like, what if people want to start drawing? You can get pretty good, and you can in a year. You just kind of need to sit and draw for a year. But I'm gonna be starting this little thing called Not the Point. It's not the fucking point, guys. The point isn't be good at art. The point is enjoy drawing. Have some fun. Draw some dumb stuff. Draw Tarzan. Yeah, so fucking just rock and roll. Team rock and roll. What was the last thing? Giving Hanky Boy an actual shout out. If you do RPGs, or you do. Should we get the book? Oh my goodness. We have Viking Death Squad. And ICRPG, which is where I got most of the ideas. Not most of the ideas, where I copied. Just straight plagiarism.
Is it still plagiarism if you credit the original artist?
I've got no idea.
I feel like plagiarism is when you pass it off as your own.
Oh yeah. Anyway, if you're interested in DMing or D&D in any form, Hammer Games, inspiring stuff. Indeed. Indubitably. This is my girlfriend, the voice you've been hearing.
Hello.
She's actually good at art, so we don't care about her right now. Another sketchbook.
Feedback.
Oh yeah, feedback. On what? I know the art's not very good.
Feedback. No, on the video.
Oh, in the video?
Yeah.
I also know that's not very good.
It'd be fitting to be like, obviously I know everything's really shit right now, but if you have any advice or like tips on stuff I could do better, that kind of thing.
That's some good stuff. So basically,
Constructive shit talk, please.
thank you for watching my video.